Hello friends, I am Ajay Kapoor and I have been guiding students for the various competitions for the last 18 years. Today I am here to discuss a concept on calendars. So let's have the overview of the lecture. In today's lecture, we'll take up the concept of ordinary and leap year, the concept of odd days, the concept of same calendar being used after a gap of certain years, and some practice questions on the same. So let's have the concept of ordinary and leap year first. In an ordinary year, we know that there are 365 days, and in a leap year, we have 366 days. A leap year generally occurs after 4 years. So we say that a year which is divisible by 4 becomes a leap year. As we know the divisibility rule of 4, we say that if the last two digits of a particular year are divisible by 4, then the year is a leap year. For example, 1912, since 12 is a multiple of 4, so 1912 is a leap year, and likewise the next leap year would be 1916, and so on. Now there's an exception to this rule. The exception says that end of the century year. End of the century year would look like year 1700, 1800, 1900, and so on. These years would be leap only when they are divisible by 400 and not 4. So that means since 1800 is not divisible by 400, so 1800 was not a leap year. 2000 was divisible by 400, so 2000 was a leap year. This is only for end of the century years. Normally, every year which is divisible by 4 is a leap year. So, in a normal year, we also have 52 weeks. Cycle of week being 7 days, so the figure is 364. So now, the number of days which are not divisible by 7. So that means the part of the total number of days which is not divisible by 7 are called odd days or extra days. So in an ordinary year, we have one such odd day. Likewise, in a leap year, we have two such odd days. Now, going to the next concept, a gap of 100 years or a century. Now, in a century, since we talked every fourth year has to be a leap, so it should have 100 divided by 4 equal to 25 leap. But as we also talked about the exception was if the last year of the century is divisible by 400, only then it is leap. So that means a normal century won't have 25 leap but one less, that is 24 leap years. Now ordinary years would be then 76. So let's have the complete total number of days in a century which can occur. So 100 years would generate 100 odd days considering all the years to be normal. But since it has 24 leap years too, which would generate one extra odd day, so the total number of odd days occurring in a century becomes 124. Now dividing this by 7, 119 is a multiple of 7, so we are left with 5 odd days or extra days in a century. Likewise, 200 years would give us 5 into 2, 10 minus 7, that is 3 odd days. 300 years would give us 5 into 3, 15 minus multiple of 7, 14, that is 1 odd day. And 400 years, since being a leap century, would have no odd days. Now, coming month-wise, a month of January has 31 days. Multiple of 7 being 28. So January would have 3 odd days. February generally has 28 days in a normal year. So we have no odd day in a normal year and one odd day in a leap year for February. Likewise, for March, we would have 3 extra days. Let's have a table of these extra days. So these are the leap years and these are the days for a non-leap year. So January would have 3 non-leap year in a leap year, also in a non-leap year. Likewise, there is only difference in case of February. Now we would consider one more important point which acts as a shortcut for certain questions. Now that important point is that in a leap year, if we consider the total up to June, it becomes a multiple of 7. So in a leap year up to June, we have no odd day. Likewise, in a leap year up to September, if we consider the total, one extra day just arises. That means we have one day more than a multiple of 7. Now this concept applying on a non-leap year, we get the total number of days which are there in September, they become a multiple of 7. So in a non-leap year up to September, we have no extra days. So let's read this concept once again. In total, first 6 months, that is from January to June, they give us 6 odd days in a normal year and 7 minus 7, 0 odd days in a leap year. We just looked at this. This is going to help when you want to find a day which is after 30th June. Now in total first 9 months, that is from January to September, gives us 0 odd day in a normal year and 1 odd day in a leap year. So when you count from the beginning here means when our calendar, we are basically seeing these days started, that is AD. So 0 day, 0 odd day is considered to be a Sunday. Likewise, 1 odd day is Monday, 2 odd day means Tuesday, and so on. 6 odd days means Saturday. Now let's apply this concept in a particular question. We have, so what was the day on 22nd October 1969? So to calculate this, we would start our calculation from 0000. As we know, the multiple of 400 will have no odd days. So that means up to the year 1600, there will be no odd days. Adding 300 more years. Why? Because we need to go to the 1969. So in 300 years, we have 1 extra day. So now coming to the year 1969. Now up to 1969, there are 68 complete years which have gone by. So let's calculate the total number of odd days up to 31st December 1968. So up to 68, there must be 68 extra days which must have been generated. Now calculating the leap years occurring in 68, they become 17. So we'll add 17 more to this, that becomes 85. Dividing it by 7, we get a remainder of 1. So that means up to 31st December 1968, we just have 1 odd day occurring. So now coming to 1969. Now the date is 2nd October 1969. So we just learned that in an ordinary year up to 30th September, we don't have any odd day. So we just need to count after 30th September. So after 30th September 1969 up to 2nd October 1969, we just have 2 days. So that means we'll add 2 to our total of odd days, which becomes 4. So now fourth day was, as we looked in the previous table, it was Thursday, hence the answer. Going to the next question, what was the day on 25th January 1950? Doing the same calculation up to 1600, we have no extra day. Adding 300 more, we have one extra day. So we've reached 1900. So up to 1950, we have 49 complete years which have gone by. So in 49 years, 49 extra days must have been generated. So going for the leap years, we have 12 more leap years. So 12 more extra days which must have been generated. So the total number of extra days are 61. So again, dividing by 7, we have 5 net extra days which are left. Up to this calculation is up to 31st December 1949. So coming to the year 1950, the date is 25th January. So again 25 extra days, dividing by 7, we have net 4 days. So adding this 4, now the total number of days with us are 10. Dividing by 7, we have 3 extra days. So 3 extra days, 3 odd days means Wednesday. Next question is, if today is Tuesday, then after 1 year, we are taking a normal year, and 68 days, it will be what day of the week? So let's have the calculation. A normal year has 365 days and we have 68 more. This totals up to 433 days. Dividing by 7, we get a remainder of 6 extra or odd days. Now our reference point is Tuesday. So that means we need to know what day will it be 6 days after Tuesday. So counting 6 days after Tuesday, we get answer as Monday. Going to the next question. The year subsequent to 1990 having the same calendar as that of 1990 is. Now people, this concept is basically we need to add 7 odd days. Since 7 is a multiple of 7, so we'll have the same day on which 1990 is starting, that is the 1st January. So let's have that calculation. The year 1990 would generate 1 extra day. Likewise, 91 would generate another one. 92 being a leap year would generate 2 extra days. 93 1, 94 again 1, 95 again 1. So now as we see, this becomes 7. So that means 1st January 1990 would be same as 1st January 1996. But there is a problem here, because 1996 being a leap year, the calendar will be same only up to 28th February, because 1990 doesn't have 29th February but 96 has. So the calendar will become different thereon. So that means we'll now look for another multiple of 7, which is 14. So let's look where it occurs. So 96 would generate 2 extra days. 97 1, 98 1, 99 another one. Now the year 2000 would generate 2 extra days. Now this figure becomes 14. So that means the year 2001 would again be same as the year 1990, and both being ordinary years. So our answer would be the year 2001. So I hope you understood these concepts. Let's practice now. These are the answers to the same. So that was all from my side. It is happy learning once again from hitsbullseye.com.